Will you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing through the national anthem and invocation. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We would like to thank you for being there to guide us in our times of need, for the education you have for learning, meeting friends, and preparing us for the real world. To the administration, counselors, teachers, and staff, we would like to thank you for being there to guide us in our encouragement will remain in our hearts and minds to get us even farther.
And most of all, we'd like to thank our parents. They gave us life, fill us with love, and have been there for us in good times and bad. Without them, this day would not be possible. We share all our happiness and joy with them, for they have waited for this day just as long as we have. May God bless everyone who has touched our lives. Amen.
Okay, everyone can please take a seat now. Good evening. It's my pleasure to welcome the parents, relatives, and friends of the class of 1990 to Southfield Lathrup High School's commencement. My first order of business is to thank the powers to be for a beautiful and pleasant evening. Windy and cool, but dry. 20 years ago in 1970, the first graduates from Southfield Lathrup walked across the stage to receive their diplomas. In those 20 years, much has changed in our lives. For those of us who were around in those days, think of everything that has occurred. Wars have started, wars have stopped. Presidents have resigned and presidents have been shot, as has the Pope. World leaders have been assassinated. The Berlin Wall has toppled, as has world communism, just to name a few of the incidents in that short span of 20 years. Reviewing the changes in our personal lives. For me, all my children graduated from Southfield Lathrup, then from college, married, and presented me with grandchildren. One now a successful first grader at McIntyre. Close to home at Southfield Lathrup, we have faced many changes also. We have gone from an almost totally white community to one integrated, in which I am proud to live and to work. And our school has taken other changes too. When we opened the school in 1970, there were no programs for female athletes. And that was true throughout the entire country. And in these years now, these programs have been equalized, that women now are, in fact, we have nearly 75 scholarships totaling nearly $250,000. The challenge will be a difficult one for you. I know many of you very well and have great confidence you will meet the challenge, and the world will be a better place for all of us in 20 years from today, in 2010, because of the 1990 graduates of Southfield Lathrup. Good luck. And now it's my pleasure, and for the last time this will be my pleasure, to introduce the superintendent of schools, who will be retiring as of June 30th, 1990, the last time that he will be able to participate in a graduation at Southfield Lathrup, and he has some words to share with you. Dr. Hassel.
Thank you very much, Mr. Smythe. I am reminded that as I listened to Jim's comments, that at one time Jim Smythe was a teacher of typewriting. So when he places his typewriter in Greenfield Village, perhaps we'll be able to visit him there too. In any case, there have been many changes over the years, and it has been my good fortune to be the superintendent of schools of this great school system for 14 years. I leave with no regrets. I leave with many precious memories of things that have been accomplished, people who have grown and developed, and programs which have been very successful for our young people. But I leave with a real sense of pride in our graduates. And I speak to the class of 1990, and I add to the words that Jim has said, you are people of destiny. You are the first class in the last decade of this century. You will go out to make a mark in the world for good or for ill, and we believe that it will be for good. And you will show by your commitment and your concern that you decide, and you will decide, that this world will be a better place, and you will help make it a better place. So you have my congratulations, best wishes, and Godspeed to each one of you. Thank you. It is my privilege to introduce several platform guests. First of all, Mr. Roger K. Allen, Associate Superintendent for Personnel Services. Mr. Allen. Dr. Ronald Rollman, Associate Superintendent for Administrative Services. Dr. Karen.
I extend my sincere congratulations and the very best wishes. I want you to know I have been looking forward to this night for some time. I exalt in your success. As a school system and as a community, your success is our success. And I know you have been looking forward to this night for a long time as well. It is an exciting moment, a milestone in your life. You have every right to feel proud and to enjoy the satisfaction of your accomplishments. You have been in school for 12 years. Hopefully you have learned much in the academic sense and in the realm of being a person. This evening marks the completion of a phase of your life. Now, I know that sounds ominous. Don't worry. You won't wake up tomorrow feeling or looking any differently, but you are a changed person. you hold a high school diploma. It is my sincere hope, however, that each of you realize that a high school diploma, or a college degree for that matter, is not the end of learning. Learning is a lifelong process that's not confined to the four walls of a classroom. This piece of paper you're about to receive is just that. It isn't knowledge, experience, or know-how. It is a piece of paper that will help you gain entry into a job, higher education, the armed services, and a host of other things. This piece of paper is merely a symbol. It's a document that says you have successfully completed a course of study. Now it's up to you. What will you do with this piece of paper? Will you put it on the shelf, hang it on the wall, put it in a drawer, or will you build upon it? Will you say that this is one of the fundamental building blocks of my life, and now I must add to it? What you add is up to you. What you add is up to you. We live in a complex, competitive, fast-paced world. There is so much to know, and I know you will continue to add education. Add experience that will broaden your understanding of yourself and others. Add travel so that you will see the world. Add service to others.